Packers' nightmare scenario for 2024 NFL playoff seeding. Matchups for the second straight season. The Green Bay Packers will play in the 2025 NFL playoffs. Despite playing behind the Minnesota Vikings and Detroit Lions in the NFC North, the Packers clinched a wild card spot in Week 16. While the NFC North has not yet been clinched, the Packers cannot win the division. They remain 2 full games behind both the Lions and Vikings, and are 0-3 against them on the year. That includes 2 losses to the Lions, who are tied with the Vikings for the top overall seed in the NFC. The Packers have been more impressive than not in 2024, but are just 2-4 against playoff-bound teams, and 9-0 against the rest of the field. That includes a Week 5 win over the Los Angeles Rams, who have not yet clinched the NFC West, but are projected to do so. Carrying an 11-4 record into Week 17, the Packers have been one of the most dominant teams in the league despite being on track to finish third in their division. That leaves a high chance of meeting one of their divisional rivals in the playoffs, a scenario Green Bay will pray to avoid. The Lions are the only team so far to go 2-0 against the Packers in 2024, and for good reason. Green Bay fans blame a Jordan Love injury for the first matchup, but Detroit played without 9 defensive starters in the rematch and still prevailed. The Packers' true issue in the matchup is the Lions' stout run defense. Green Bay runs the ball at the 3rd highest rate in the league, a game plan that has worked against most non-divisional opponents. However, against Detroit's top 10 rated rush defense, they have failed to find an offensive rhythm. Through 16 weeks, the Lions have allowed just 4.02 yards per carry to opposing running backs while ceding the 3rd fewest rushing yards in the league. Even with Detroit missing all 3 starting linebackers in Week 14, Josh Jacobs ran for just 66 yards on 18 carries, averaging a putrid 3.6 yards per rush. Regardless of personnel, defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn has been Green Bay's kryptonite in 2 matchups in 2024. The Lions have only gotten healthier since their last meeting, getting linebackers Trevor Nowak and Jack Campbell back into the lineup.